This morning we'll be discussing the phenomenal fictional Netflix hit Squid Games, about how 456 people play survival of the fittest for one person to win money to cover the debt of their financial insecurities. This is only one example of how fictional problems can lead to an outbreak, but what if those problems are reality? Everywhere we look around us, there are people begging for money, people who keep remaking the same mistakes, people losing money from gambling, and people who go to harm's way to put cash in their pocket. The problem is the lack of knowledge about financial insecurity causes people to be foolish with their money. The situation has been brought in to come to terms with realization that we need to have a discussion. So, let's discuss. The New York Times #1 best-selling personal finance book, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, gives a how-to guide to a better successful life and explore the strategies about personal finance and securities. There are 5 obstacles that help best justify what we need to overcome. The obstacles are fear, cynicism, laziness, bad habits, and arrogance. Fear. Fear of losing money. No one likes to lose money, according to Kiyosaki. The main reason that 90% of the American public struggles financially is because they play not to lose. They don't play to win. Kiyosaki mentions, you should not let the fear paralyze you and stop you from succeeding. Being afraid isn't the issue. The issue is how are you going to handle that fear and how are you going to handle failure? Cynicism. Unchecked fear and doubt. It creates the same problems of inaction and the lack of motivation that fear are generated by fear. Instead of criticizing, he urges you to analyze the situation before coming to your conclusion. Open yourself up into a world of opportunities. Laziness. The idea of laziness through its perception is claiming you're too busy by saying I have a lot on my mind or a lot on my plate right now, or coming up with multiple excuses. Avoid doing the work you have to put in. He expresses how important it is for people to open their brain and think outside the box, because he wants those wheels to start turning for you. You can find multiple solutions to the problems you might endure. The world progresses because we want a better life. We study harder to get better grades. Do good in school to get a degree, to get the career we ought to seek. Being lazy puts you behind. Bad habits. Avoid the bad habits. To rethink and routine more successful habits, make sure you take care of yourself first and put your needs first. Arrogance. This is the fine line from knowing you're being arrogant with your money versus not knowing. If you're being arrogant with your money and you know if you are, you're just repeating that cycle and you won't lead to anything. If you didn't know before you're being arrogant with your money, you have to learn from the lessons about what can happen and what can I do differently next time. Take control of your finances. Focus on those methods Robert T. Kiyosaki shares and learn more information through his private financial education company that provides personal finance and business education to people through books and videos to educate young minds. Keep these methods in your mind on how you can shape your personal finances. Even if these methods aren't helpful for you, there are other resources. Just ask yourself this question. Do you have financial insecurities? Thank you, ICT Wildcats, for tuning in.